Yo, what's up guys, it's Lungi. So today we're going to take a look at a Crystron deck profile. So Crystron got some really nice support in Suda, making the deck actually pretty competent. And I do believe that the deck is able to compete against Ryzeal and Malice. And it has actually gotten quite a few tops in the OCG. So we're going to take a look at a deck list and a basic combo with the deck. So first off, we got the tier top engine. So your main searches for Crystron are actually level 3 monsters that you can banish from the graveyard to activate their search effects. So tier top, without using your normal summon, allows you to make Cherubini, who will dump your searches, and then you can search and then you can start your combo. Your combo basically just requires like one card. So you resolve your searcher, you search for your continuous spell card, and then you go for the combo. So tier top is very nice for that. I can't wait till he goes to 3 again. Next up, 3 copies of Tidal. So Tidal can Foolish Burial any card as long as you just got a water monster himself and a water monster from hand, and then you can Foolish Burial any card. So Foolish Burial your searches, and then that'll be combo as well. And if you draw your searches, Tidal is very good because you can discard himself in one of your searches, and then if your opponent ashes the Tidal, then you can just banish the search, and then you can search anyways. So that's really good for baiting Ash Blossom. And then you've got Sulfurner, 3 copies of Sulfurner. So Sulfurner is another starter for the deck, but it requires you to discard a Crystron monster. So he's basically like a 1.5 card combo basically, but obviously worse than tier top and Tidal because he's kind of specific. And then also you can't use him in the middle of the combo like later on if you start with him. It's not like a big issue, but it does make him slightly worse than tier top and Tidal as a starter. And then you have your extender. So he's like your main playmaker. So this is the card that you're trying to get you plays because he's a double Foolish Burial for the archetype. He can summon himself from the hand or graveyard by destroying a Crystron card you control. So usually you'll destroy your continuous spell card, special summon him, then trigger his effect. So usually opponents will probably just like wait for this card if they have like impermanence, because generally your cards don't activate on the field, so impermanence doesn't really have a lot of like opportunities, and because of that it's not that impactful. So by the time they imperm this card, you've already like set up, you've already like searched with your graveyard searches. So typically it's not that big of a deal, and this deck can still make its full combo like even after getting hit by 2 hand traps, which is really good. Then for your new tuner, 2 copies of Risteros or something. Risteros, his name is Risteros or something. So basically he allows you to make like big synchros on your opponent's turn, but he can also help you make synchros on your own turn because he triggers whenever your opponent activates a card or effect. So for example, like if you normal summon him and then you activate Tidal, if they ask the Tidal, then you still have full combo no matter what water monster you discard, because he'll just fetch your level 5, he'll go into your level 7, and then he's in the graveyard. Then that's like basically like the full combo that you're trying to get to anyways. So some people, they actually only play like 2 copies of him, which I think is kind of dumb because it dissuades your opponent from playing any hand traps, because the point of playing a hand trap is to stop your opponent from doing full combo. But like if he's on the field and they hand trap you, then you're gonna do full combo because he's gonna special summon a level 5 and then go into your level 7, and then that's what you were trying to do anyway. Definitely 100% 3 copies of him. And then your searchers, 3 copies of Smyger. He's your main searcher, so you'll always be playing like 3 copies of him. He has low attack, which means you can, if you draw him, you can normal summon him and make like Al Mirage. Or if you have to like special summon him, then you can also make the new Clockwork Knight Link 1 monster. So that's excellent. He has another effect as well. On the field, he can destroy a card, a face-up card you control. Special summon a Crystron tuner from your deck. None of the Crystron tuners are actually playmakers, so like you'll never use that effect. You can only use one of his 2 effects, his Graveyard Search effect or that summon a Crystron tuner from the deck. But you basically almost never need to do that. But it's there like in very like niche situations, I guess, or if they make like a better help you like extend your plays proact. Next we have the other searcher, Thistaban or something. So he searches monsters, basically the same searches monsters, but he is worse in pretty much every way, especially his stats, because he has 1500 attack. So if you draw him, you basically need to have some other card to discard him, otherwise like just doesn't do any hand. But you can't play fewer copies of him, because playing fewer copies of him means that your Tidal and Sulfurner are worse because they need another card. Water, he needs a monster card, he needs a Crystron, so you need as many copies as possibly can. These are the best ones, so you have to play 3 copies. And then this is just to be able to make like your big synchro on your opponent's turn by special summoning him with the other tuner. You almost never use its effect because it'll never be like on the field. You just special summon and immediately synchro summon a big synchro. But it can trigger its own effects as well. You'll probably never need to do that. And then the last Crystron card, Turtle's basically the same as these ones, except when he banishes himself, he summons from your. But he can also summon a tuner. You definitely need the turtle to be able to get your big monsters out of your hand, especially after you've used their effects. So definitely one of the turtle. And then playing one Regulus. You can search for Regulus very easy. You can also recycle him from the graveyard using the Infinite Track rank 5. Regulus allows you to more easily kill your opponent by being searched off the Infinite Track rank 5. Infinite Track rank 5 searching Regulus means you got like 5-3 damage on board. You just need something with like 2-7 and then it's GG. And then for the hand traps, 2 max, 1 nib, 3 ash, and then that's it for the hand traps. This deck doesn't actually have a lot of space non-engine, which is alright because this deck can actually play through disruptions quite well because of the graveyard effects. And then we have our spell cards, 3 copies of your new spell card, Crystron Tinky. So it just searches on activation any Crystron. Its graveyard effect is you banish it, then you can revive. Excellent. This is actually like your main start. If you open with just this, then like full combo. Foolish Burial to foolish your searches, and then 2 copies of Grass. So this deck is 45 cards. Decided to play 45 cards. Playing Grass allows you to actually more easily play into your opponent's field. So I was thinking about playing like 60 cards, but then you need like there's a lot of like combination cards like Tidal and this. So kind of make deck like less consistent to play cards, even though resolving Grass is amazing. So milling 5 cards fine. Even if you go first, like you mill 5 cards, and like most of your engine activates in the grave, so you'll be able to hit at least something to 45 cards with 2 grass. And if you go second, then you mill even more cards, and then you've already got your ash bait in grass. Cool by the grave, 2 copies of droplets. There's not really that, even though we're playing like 45, so only like two droplets. Oh, that's also another reason why I decided Grass, because it's hard to get this deck down to like 40 because we're already playing the minimum amount of like non-engine cards. Yeah, I was already like a little bit over as well, just to make it more consistent. 1 cross out, and then 3 impermanence. Nothing to really say there. And then the last card, Crystron Cluster. So when it's face up on the field, your opponent cannot banish your Crystron monsters by card effects. And then the other effect is you can shuffle a Crystron card that is in your graveyard or banished, and then target a card on the field. But if you have a Crystron Synchro Monster, you can target 2 cards and then you can destroy them. So this is one of your like inboard pieces that you want to get to. Being able to have 2 like Infinity plus a Synchro and then plus this card as well is actually GG against a lot of decks. Infinity being able to negate like monster effects, Dawn Dragster being able to negate spell cards, and then this card being able to blow up monsters can actually stop any engine in the game. Even Ryziel, you can beat Ryziel with that setup fairly easy. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck, 1 Clockwork Knight, new card, Link 1. It's also very good for being able to just like change like your level, be able to get like a tuner. You can tribute any machine and revive a machine monster with like low attack, so you'll be able to revive a tuner synchro plays. Very nice card. You don't really use the other effect because you don't play Clockwork Knight. Then 1 copy of Cherubini because Teratop to be able to tap 3s. Then 1 copy of Genius. He's unaffected by spell and trap effect. Also he searches Regulus. And 1 copy of Infinite Track. So he searches Regulus and adds him back from the graveyard. 1 Nova and Infinity. Typically you'll go for like Infinity first, and then on the following turn you'll try to go for this. You mostly just want to OTK with this card, so you'll typically just go for Infinity on the first turn instead of trying to go for Regulus. And then 1 Zeus, you can make Zeus with like 4 materials. Sometimes Infinity is not enough. It's better to make a Zeus like 4 materials, so that's what you'll do. If you sucked up a monster with Infinity, that'll be 5 materials. And then for the Synchros, 1 copy of Chan Baraf, case, 2 copies of Dawn Dragster. So if you're unable to make some other sync during your opponent, after you negate, you can use your tuner, synchro summon a second Dawn Dragster as well. So yeah, and Dawn Dragster is not like a hard once per turn. And Samurai Destroyer, good against like Tenpai, any monsters that would trigger, and also he's a machine type monster, so you get locked into your machines with your Crystron, which is why most of your extra deck has to be machines. And the new Synchro, 2 copies of him. He's your main playmaker. On Synchro summon, he adds back a card that is banished on your graveyard. If he's destroyed, he will special summon a Crystron monster that is in your graveyard or banished, and he can actually summon himself back. And then his first effect is he lowers the attack of your opponent by 500, which is relevant. So he's on 2, so your opponent needs to have a monster that like natural 3k attack. So if when you summon him, he's naturally like higher attack than Detonator. So you just summon him and attack into Detonator, then he has to detach, and then you're free to be able to destroy Detonator with any other like effect. So that's nice. They have to use like an effect to get rid of him. And then Vermilion Dragon Mech, so you can recycle your tuners, and also so this deck really needs like spot removal to just remove like cards that are face up more easily. And then your main synchro, you can summon him on the opponent's turn, and he targets three cards they control, 3 monsters they control. Against Rise-Your, they have like two monsters they want to summon. You banish it 2, so that's really strong, especially when you have the continuous trap card supporting him. So this card plus the continuous trap card, they end Rise-Your's turn. So yeah, that is it deck list. So next we will take a look at the main combo. Alright, so we'll take a look at the combo using the continuous spell card. So we'll activate it, and then we want to search for the new 5. Alright, Sulfadoro. Sarufad. So we add him to hand. We use his effect to target continuous spell card, destroy it, graveyard, summon, trigger his effect, and then we dump 2 Crystron. So we'll dump these, we'll dump the 2 searches. Right, searches. We can activate the Spell and Trap Searcher because that is the least important of the 2 in this combo. So if they stop the Spell and Trap Searcher, it's fine. So search for this trap card, and then we banish the other one. We will search for our tuner. Then we'll normal summon the tuner. We'll synchro summon our new 7. Alright, so synchro summon our new level 7. And then on summon, it will trigger its effect. And then we actually want to add our Spell and Trap Searcher, so we can search for the continuous spell card on the next turn. And then from the graveyard, we will trigger our tuner's effect. We'll banish it. We will destroy our synchro to special summon 2 Crystron cards from the deck. So we'll just summon 2 copies of Softener. And then on the next chain, this will trigger. So you'll be able to special summon back your tuner. And next up, we'll synchro summon. You can synchro summon Dawn Dragster. So if your opponent hasn't used impermanence, this will protect you from impermanence. And since we haven't used this effect, now discard Smiger. We'll special summon it. Then he has to destroy face-up card himself and trigger because he drew it from the field. And then we'll just get another Salvador. Alright, so next thing we'll do, just stack together. We'll go Nova, we'll go Infinity. And then the last thing we'll do is we will banish our continuous spell card, and we will summon back our tuner, and then we will set our continuous spell card, our continuous trap card in our turn. Alright, so this is the setup. So as soon as your opponent activates a spell or trap card, we can use our Dawn Dragster, so that will lower his level to level 5. And then when they activate a monster effect on the field, we can use the tuner's effect to summon our other tuner from the deck. So Crystron Tree, so then immediately synchro summon a level 9 machine synchro monster. Alright, summon a level 9. His effect banish up to 3. Alright, since you need materials to summon him, you target up monsters on the field, and then you can banish them. And then you have Infinity on the field, you can negate and destroy it, so it's hard negate. And then since you have a Crystron synchro one, you can target up to 2 cards, so you can shuffle back. So you can shuffle back your, doesn't really matter what you shuffle back, spell card or the monster, destroy 2 cards, target and so that should end the opponent's turn. Just imagine that we negated something, and then on the next turn, alright, so we'll just turn, and then we already have, so this is 2500, 500, 55. So we just activate Smiger, get out a spell card, activate it, search for, we can search for our monster searcher, got this, and then we can banish it, summon back synchro, and then this is more than enough for game. So no need to do anything fancy. If the opponent managed to get some stuff from the field, then we could have overlaid summon back 5, summon back this, got an infinite track rank 5, and then try to search for regulars to get like more damage on board. So definitely could have done like more stuff, but yeah, so typically that will be enough. And then we also have this effect live, being able to cycle synchron. Definitely GG. Really strong combo for Crystron. Very easy to like do and practice and to pull off, and it's actually quite strong against a lot of decks. The combo with Tear Top is essentially the same, very similar, because you just go Tear Top and you go Takotombo, you summon, link away, Beanie, send for cost, send Smiger, banish Smiger, get continuous spell card, you activate it to get your 5 for Dawn, and you'll special summon it, trigger its effect, and then you'll just go into your combo that way. His effect, you'll send Severn, and this time you'll send your turtle, since you've already used Smite, so you'll be able to banish Dice Severn, and then search for tuner, and then we'll be able to normal summon the tuner, synchro summon a level 7 synchro. If you want to play around ogre or something, just summon it here, then we'll trigger his effect and add Smiger to hand. So instead of adding Smiger to hand, we can just add a level 5 to the hand, and then if we need another extender, we can banish the turtle and then special summon the level 5 from the hand. So we just go the usual banish, tuner, destroy, and special summon copies of these, and then trigger his effect, special summon the tuner, and then we will sync Dragster, then we'll banish the continuous spell card. Alright, so instead of adding, just keep it in the graveyard. add back the banished Smiger, summon this from the graveyard, overlay to your Infinitrack, attach material, search for Regulus effect softener, then you use the softener in the graveyard, discard the Smiger, right? Discard Smiger, and then you have to destroy, so you destroy the one to Regulus, trigger the one that will special summon, so you could just special summon this. So you could special summon this guy, or you could special tuner from the deck. Really depends on what you want to do. If you want to make Infinity, summon this from the deck, overlay, Infinity. So these are protected by Cherubini. So you'll get 3 disruptions. Option 1. The other option is to destroy and then summon your tuner from the deck. So it's up to you which option you like better. So this option I think is stronger against Ryziel, because you can negate a spell trap card with these two, and then you'll be able to stop an Xyz summon, because they trigger on normal. As soon as they trigger, they have 2 tuner. After you've used tuner 3, use a level 5 synchro trigger, then you'll banish their monsters. And then if they have another, so they'll have like ice in it, so they'll normal summon ice, then you can regular ice's effect. They'll still be on if they have the ice in some, but that's fine. This is 3k crash into the and regulars. So you've got like too many effects for one detonated difference. You can definitely still like, through one, especially if you summon this guy, and if they destroy it, you don't lose any advantage. So yeah, just use this guy's effect, add back Regulus, try to summon Regulus. Detonator only has like 3 materials, but like all of them will be used up. As soon as they use up the materials, you can just crash. Anyways, that's it for the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.